sectionally, and as we await
second elect, 12's about Caribbean Royale, and Tashombi is still in the market too. Let's take you to Darren for race 5.
The Perth Cup in the same season a half a century ago. In fact, it started all this week 50 years back for the great raconteur. Now here comes Crown Witness moving along with Voix de Soir and Mystic Glow. They'll be the last trio to move forward. That Sou'west has just dropped off for the moment too. I've noticed the flags on the infield. It's had a real impact on the first 4 races this afternoon where all winners switched on. All set at the 1400, they're racing, and it was a great start too with Tashombi and Risk of Flight amongst the first to begin from Voix de Soir. I2D Mapaholic going forward as they'd settled into stride, and just behind them came Brave Rhythm in front of Jag Talk. On the rails, Mystic Glow from Crown Witness, Mr. O'Malley, and last is Caribbean Royale. 1100 from home, and Risk of Flight was able to hold them out and leads the way, and they're not really making any time at the moment. He's well held. Risk of Flight a length and a half on Mapaholic. Voix de Soir third inside the favourite Brave Rhythm. Tashombi in the middle. 3/4 of a length Jag Talk caught on a limb from I2D, and on the rails to Caribbean Royale, and they're still jog trotting at the 700. Ahead away on the outside next of all is Mystic Glow from Crown Witness taking off around them, and last is Mr. O'Malley. Along to the 600, it's really turning into a sprint from the bend, and Risk of Flight leads the way from Mapaholic, and Voix de Soir in a pocket. Brave Rhythm is being bustled forward by Harvey as they come onto the home corner. He's hard at work on him, and then came Tashombi in the middle, a length and a half to Jag Talk going around I2D when they straightened up. Caribbean Royale is next. Mystic Glow trying to get out of a bit of traffic, but Mapaholic headed Risk of Flight at the 200. Ran to the lead now from Risk of Flight, Voix de Soir, then Crown Witness, Mystic Glow, Caribbean Royale. It's Mapaholic in front. Mapaholic in front from Risk of Flight, Crown Witness late, Voix de Soir the rail, but Mapaholic wins the raconteur. Mapaholic won from either Voix de Soir or Caribbean Royale in the middle, getting home late. Crown Witness and Mystic Glow, they were close up with Mr. O'Malley. Risk of Flight next in, followed further back by Tashombi. Jag Talk, Brave Rhythm gave up, and back last is I2D. Number 1, Mapaholic, ridden by Stephen Miller. 1 Mapaholic will be first over either Voix de Soir or Caribbean Royale. Number 1, Mapaholic by Mapoli Star from Capaholic, trained by Steve Wolf. And Steve, of course, granted through the Supreme Court last night a stay of proceedings to saddle up his runners this afternoon as a direct result of the inquiry where he was outed for 2 years earlier this week. He is going to appeal the severity of the sentence, I'm sure with a great deal of fervour, and Mapaholic there probably just easing the load a little for him this afternoon by taking out the Raconteur Stakes. Owned by RF and Mrs. LF Bright, Mrs. C. Gobby, G. Manley, Steve Wolf, D. Smith and Steve Bargeeve, trained by Steve Wolf, ridden by Stephen Miller, who's having a wonderful carnival. It's a photo for second and third. Voix de Soir, the roughie, Takahide Ikanushi on the fence by Island Morn from the Silky Queen, trained by Megan Midgley. And the fast finishing Caribbean Royale by Royal Academy out of Shore One, trained by Trevor Andrews, ridden by Paul King. Brave Rhythm disappointing as weakened right back in the field. Mr. O'Malley ran on strongly.
Nice win to the top weight, and well back there too, Mapaholic. Stephen Miller, the versatile Stevie Miller, gets home in the raconteur for the 3-year-olds. Well, a lot of interest in this last race at Doomben. Casimir coming back, so is Wagstaff, and they're both showing a lot of promise, these horses. And he's got an excellent chance there later on today, but of course along comes race 6 before all of that. Moonrise is at nice odds here, and it's at $9. It is a very open race. Bold Mirage just a favourite at 480, but its form has been very good leading into this, and win 2 starts back over the 800, then second in Tats Cup over this distance last start. We can get some late mail now because Ernie Manning is standing by.
Bold Mirage shaping up particularly well, trained by Alan Matthews, the king of the Cups here in WA. Bold Mirage
to move forward. This is the listed GA Towton Cup. Higgins Gold becoming a little agitated there in 7. The starter has the button in hand, and they're set. All in. A good line at the 2200. Stalls are back. Away and racing. King Jugar, Alibi Bay, Higgins Gold, all left on terms from True Steel. Wide out, here comes Cardinal Colours spearing over now as they'd settled and go to the judge the first time. Moonrise fired up right behind those leaders on the fence. Aussie Strike next. Higgins Gold trying to slot across. Bold Mirage going up a bit better than midfield from Special Jester leaving the stretch. Wide out, Friendly Manor, a length and a half to So Canny, which is between Mr. Tambourine Man and On a Lap, which found the fence in the early part. 2 lengths to Dinah Lee. Bit of Luck and Dow Annabelle the tail ender. Along to the 1600 they go. King Jugar bowling on and in his customary role. A length and a half. Alibi Bay. Cardinal Colours is about to zip forward now and take King Jugar on for the lead. A length and a half back to True Steel fourth, and then Higgins Gold fifth, and the speed's gone on in the back at the 1400. Moonrise next the rail when they strung out, followed by Friendly Manor 3 deep outside. Aussie Strike a length and a half. Special Jester on his outside is the favourite Bold Mirage, and then Mr. Tambourine Man covering extra ground. So Canny is in the back half, and so's the mare On a Lap, followed then by Dinah Lee. Bit of Luck is second last, and the tail ender is Our Annabelle as they near the 1,000 metres mark. Dan Miller has King Jugar still on top. Cardinal Colours had to drop back in behind him again when he couldn't get the lead off King Jugar, and Miller again puts the pedal down, and King Jugar's 2 lengths. Cardinal Colours at the 850. 2.5 Alibi Bay third. True Steel pushed along on the inside of Higgins Gold. Moonrise going well on the fence from Aussie Strike. There's Bold Mirage going around Friendly Manor. On a Lap will need some luck. Likewise Special Jester. So Canny to the outside is running on. A length and a half further back. Our Annabelle. Mr. Tambourine Man making heavy weather of it. And then Dinah Lieben. Bit of Luck is last inside the 500. And King Jugar making a bold attempt to lead all the way in the Towton Cup. Straightened up a length and a half. Cardinal Colours and Alibi Bay. There goes Bold Mirage outside. Higgins Gold. So Canny behind them. King Jugar swamped, headed by Alibi Bay and Bold Mirage. A length and a half to So Canny from Higgins Gold. Mr. Tambourine Man. Alibi Bay, Bold Mirage in a tooth and nail struggle at the 100. Now Mr. Tambourine Man and So Canny coming at them late. So Canny diving at Alibi Bay. So Canny on the line, and knows Alibi Bay, I'd say. Tight third, Mr. Tambourine Man or Bold Mirage. Then came Aussie Strike, Moonrise, Higgins Gold, followed by King Jugar, Special Jester. Cardinal Colours next in. On a Lap, followed by Our Annabelle. True Steel, well back behind those at the head of the others, Friendly Manor, and a bit of luck, and there's one pulled up in the home straight, Dinah Lieb. It might be number 4, So Canny. Number 4, So Canny, Clint Harvey over Alibi Bay. I think he's got it. He has. So Canny, number 4, ridden by Clint Harvey. The So Dashing 7-year-old, trained by Simon Barras, finishing off the race very strongly, with Alibi Bay, Bold Mirage having a terrific fight in front. Mr. Tambourine Man lifting after getting well back to third last on the corner. But So Canny is the one that's continued to finish off the stronger, and on the line has got them with that bob of the heads by So Dashing out of the Cantabrian mare Catch a Can. Can you believe he can stay? Former Northern Cup winner. Form lately has been without luck, and today it changes for him. Owned by P. Douglas, T. McKell, Ms. N. Parker, R. Sloan, Ms. S. Vale, trained by Simon Barras. He has got it. Number 4, So Canny, wins the Towton Cup, ridden by Clint Harvey.
Yeah, good finish that, and young Clint Harvey rode that well too, getting that needle eye opening in the straight, and pushed So Canny through to win. So it's still 4 in a photo. It looked like Alibi Bay second and Mr. Tambourine. And Twilight Spy looks well suited here. She's been in very good form, winning last start, and she's got a great record. 9 starts, 5 wins and 2 placings. Fortune Streak is back from a spell today, but she does go beautifully first up. For Neville Parnham, she's won 2 first up. There's other support there for National Silk, and Royal Sonata in the market is in at 0.2. And her form's been good, a good second last start. Now, a top raider, Avenada Madero, she's been placed 3 of the last 4 runs. Good third behind Stocky's Yarn last start, and she's a big chance too. 10's About She's Captivating is also in with a show on her last start, second too behind Royal Minx. Now, I believe we've got the late mail from Ernie Manning.
The Jungle Dawn Classic racing and caught them to a perfect start. National Silk quickly dragged back to the tail with Hide the Halo. Ricky Tave, Metal Maiden and Miss Torpego flew the gates, and so did Holmesville Lass, and they're burning early. Just behind those, going up next, Discreet Passion. Twilight Spy getting nice cover behind them. So's Avenida Madeiro. Oxidation followed by Awesome Annie. Wide out, Fortune Streaks in the centre. Then She's Captivating, followed by Madame Gunda. Royal Sonata getting well back with Express Fair, Hide the Halo. And next to last is National Silk, and they're burning up the track at the 850. Miss Torpego and Holmesville Lass. Miss Torpego 3/4 of a length to the good of Holmesville Lass, and about 3.5 away. Then Metal Maiden inside Discreet Passion. Then Twilight Spy. She's had a perfect run from Avenida Madeiro. Back on her inside, held up. Fortune Street going well. And then Ricky Tave wide out on the course next. Awesome Annie. She's Captivating, poked up on the rail from Oxidation. Express Fair. Well back, Madame Gunda. Hide the Halo. National Silk got right up on the inside around the turn. And 2 lengths to Royal Sonata. Homeward bound Holmesville Lass. Miss Torpego still in a battle of their own, but here's Metal Maiden and Avenida Madeiro. Twilight Spy running on. She's Captivating, and National Silk back to the inside. Metal Maiden tackled by Avenida Madeiro. From nowhere, Royal Sonata. Royal Sonata's coming with a brilliant run. She'd swept up and she's gone to the lead. She's dashed away. Royal Sonata draws away to win the Jungle Dawn Classic. Royal Sonata first. Photo for second and third. Metal Maiden, National Silk were there with Avenida Madeiro, Twilight Spy. And then She's Captivating, Express Fair, Fortune Streak. Wider out, Hide the Halo, Madame Gunda. Oxidation followed by Ricky Tave, Miss Torpego and Holmesville Lass cut up after going at each other. Then came Discreet Passion and a long last Awesome Annie.
Yeah, Royal Sonata, that's nice odds too. And had pretty good form going into that. Daniel Stake, the winning rider, and it's going to pay 12.63.80 now, pretty close for the minors. We will get those shortly as they start to move up now for the running of the second.
Sticking on gamely from Galvano Scooter. Then Prince of a Fella. Striker Bubble makes a run. No run for Long Neck. Cadillac and Enoligarchy was next as
Sectors across the board, $15,016 for 8, 15 and 5. That would...
I'm actually, myself, I'm happier with his work going into this race than what it was the railway. I thought perhaps he was just a little bit dour going into the railway, and you know we just gave him one extra morning off last week, and you know he just seems a bit brighter in himself today. So I expect him to, you know, be at his best.
He'll be going out at each way odds. Good luck in the big one.
Yeah, thanks very much.
Dan Stake, he'll be riding Finito for trainer Phil Human in the Group 1 Fruit and Veg race number 8 here, 4:55 Western Standard Time is the start time for the big one of the day at Ascot.
And he's lashing out too at the start, but they'll be just about getting him in. It's Group 1, it is Wait for Age, it is the Fruit and Veg, and your caller is Darren McCauley.
On the side of the gates, an attendant climbing up to provide Hard Rada's rider, Jason Whiting, with a bit of assistance. Now the red light goes on. All set. Stalls are back, racing in the Fruit and Veg, and Hard Rada clearly won the start off the inside. Zoometric cut right to the rails back inside of him, and Copter Checkers exit lane also got across to the fence and going forward the right money. As they settle into stride, wide out now, making up ground. Blevo in search of the lead, and he cuts across to lead. Suspicion goes around them now to second, the right money third, Hard Rada fourth, the tempo a bit muddling. Tribula back behind those, and then Superior Star going up better than midfield, 1,300 to go. A length away exit lane, then Zahid followed by Finito. Zoometric hasn't settled, he's still throwing his head about back on the inside of Turmeric, and Main Stage out deep at the 1,200. Try Magic second last, and 2 lengths away last is Corporate Bruce. Out past the 1,100 down the Swan River side, and Blevo leads the way from Suspicion. They've backed the speed right off. A length and a half, Main Stage quickly dashing around them, not happy with the tempo at all, and he's going to run him to the front. Main Stage goes up now and takes on Blevo, and all of a sudden the speed's gone right on. Blevo's kicked again to regain the lead at the 800, and suddenly the field broke up. 2.5 lengths to Suspicion third. A length and a half to Hard Rada back inside of the other 3-year-old, the right money, and now the filly Superior Star pressing on. A length away, Tribula. Finito's within striking distance. There's Corporate Bruce off around them. On the fence exit lane, Zahid held up, then Turmeric followed by Try Magic in a bunching field, and Zoometric last 400 metres out in the Fruit and Veg Stakes, and Blevo's in front around the turn from Main stage, the right money on the fence. Hard Rider's got through, and Finito's timing his run centimetre perfect with Corporate Bruce. It's Blevo in front. Hard Rider, no good thing. Finito, the right money coming again. Blevo, though, responding magnificently at the 100. It's Blevo. He shakes him off for the moment. Finito coming with Corporate Bruce, but Blevo's in front. They dive at him. Blevo's won the fruit and veg from Finito. Close up, Corporate Bruce, Turmeric, Try Magic from Nowhere Flew. Just behind them, Hard Rider, the favourite from the right money, and then came Tribula Suspicion. Next home, Main Stage, then Zoometric. Exit Lane was next in from Zahid, and back last of all is Superior Star.
What an enormous run by Blevo, and, well, he was out of trouble. He was in front, and he's now won about 6 in a row, including the Tats Cup listed race, the York Stakes, and the Group 1 Fruit and Veg today. We'll have more on that in a moment. Here's Ron for the second at the Meadows.
Racing, Larrikin Bear on the inside, a fair getaway, but...
Of a place, they were expected to fire, but didn't. And Hard Rider, you've got to say, was a little disappointing, but the pace was the thing in that race. It was very, very muddling.
Well done to the connections of Blevo back here at Moonee Valley.